Hey, Maddie, is there a way that you can? You're looking extra yoked today. Did you just finish a workout, or is your T-shirt extra snug?
Nope. I worked out last night.
Jeez.
And then
got that pump going still.
No. This is just kind of how I walk around, Damon. Unlike you, I don't use any science to bolster my appearance.
Wow.
Just all natural.
I don't even know where you got. I'm smaller now than I've ever been, and you're still on that nonsense.
Roided to the gills.
Yeah. Yeah.
PRT.
Me. I don't even know what that is.
You liar. That's what somebody that knows what it is would say. Ravi knows what it is.
I sure do.
Yeah.
It's a professional curiosity, Matt. We've been over this.
Yeah, I'm serious though. You should have. I mean, I don't often give you compliments, but you look fantastic. I saw a couple of cuts in your tricep. Like, I'm like, man, we may not be able to.
I walk by it quickly every day in the mirror.
Yeah, you're like, who's this guy?
We don't linger very long. We keep it moving.
Hey, so we were having this conversation earlier about guys that we kind of remember better than they were, or
more fondly.
We just err to the positive because they were beloved, right? Where
okay.
and we put Walter in that category, Peyton, even though I get it, 16,000 yards. We put Ali, Michael,
Tiger,
Bo Jackson,
and Bo
is beloved.
Yeah.
I brought up Arnold Palmer. Do you know how many majors Arnold Palmer won, Matt? Or would you put him in the I think he's beloved. A lot of people will joke that it's about the drinks. How many majors? 5. Does it seem like it's more, or is that pretty good?
No, that'd be where I'd be at with it.
Okay.
But the part I think where I don't really. Number one, I don't appreciate your blasphemy toward 2 Chicago legends.
I told him he was going to have trouble on Walter.
I asked it as nice as I could.
It's just there's kind of some hater element to you at times.
Walter's fine. He's fine.
Your hate for Walter Payton. You said Michael Jordan. Like, what?
Who am I? What's the problem with?
So Michael's beloved.
Michael is one of the few, and you can add.
As advertised.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Where you could add to the lore, actually meets the productivity, because he's held in way, 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 way high regard. Obviously, they give him GOAT status, and he was every bit as good as that.
Yeah.
Tiger's probably Tiger's another one, but those guys are hard to come by. I think
Tiger. The thing with Tiger that nobody wants to talk about.
You there?
Did we lose him?
Oh, that was getting ready to be good.
Seriously?
Oh, there he is. There he is. Go ahead, Maddie.
So the thing with Tiger, okay, is Tiger's greatness as a non-white in a predominantly white sport was what really made what he did. I think we really like the mentally tough people, and we hold mentally tough humans in high regard.
That might be it.
Can you imagine? You can probably, Damon. I cannot.
The anti-LeBron, right? Like, he comes
going into a white sport and dominating, and all the shit that had to be said about it, like that side of it. Then just going out, and honestly, the awesome part of it, probably just fuel. It's like, all right, fuckers, you want it? I'm about to destroy your little world. Yeah. I'm going to beat the whole field by 17.
The notorious back and forth with Hootie over Augusta. Like, I forget about that part early. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which, for me, was awesome. I'm like, man, the stuff that guy's going through. Because I was, and I learned a lot in college. Not in school. School was stupid. So I learned a lot just what you guys... Listen, they'll say prostitution is the oldest profession. That's a lie. It's education. Education been screwing people for a long time, but that's a different story for a different day. But the stuff that you guys had to go through as predominant figures in your college town,
Yeah.
it opened my eyes to how simple my life was. And that I really had nothing to bitch about ever. And if I did bitch about it, it's just me throwing a pity party. And guess who's going to attend that pity party? Me and nobody else.
Wow.
Okay. So I got over that real quick. But that I think was what puts Tiger in there. Michael, and you know, we probably learned a little bit more of it with The Last Dance, but just how ferocious he was. Walter, how ferociously he played. Like, we like people that are passionate about what they do. We really do. And that's kind of what we clam onto. Arnie was passionate about it, but, you know, he was personable with the crowd. Like, that's something that I think a lot of these dudes miss. But they're just like being rich, which I don't fault them for that.
Okay.
I would love to be rich.
So where this kind of was birthed was, we were talking about guys that are probably remembered more fondly for what their career was, but I gave it the opposite because he's been in the news for the last 3 years, and whether it's being in the cave with ayahuasca or, you know, hot political takes or vaccines, I think
that he was right about.
Like well, you're on a roll this morning. I think like Rodgers his career is significantly better than we actually talk about him, and he's still playing because he's the polar opposite. We don't really like him, so we discount his prowess on the field, which if you look at the numbers historically, I get he should have won more. I don't know about that in football because it's hard, and he played during the Brady era, but he's a his numbers are amazing.
Wow. I love this. You're trying to justify.
I'm not though. I don't, because I don't think. Listen, guys over 40 that win playoff games. That list is really, really small.
It's one.
So
it's the one guy.
I'm not trying to talk myself into anything. Like I'm fully prepared for 9-8 and Tomlin to be on the hot seat with no playoff wins. But
I'll tell you this, buddy, it's about to add one because Aaron Rodgers is going to win there. Just telling you.
Does he seem like almost a 6-to-1 touchdowns to interception ratio guy in his career? And this was on the heels of Chris Canty saying
it's like five.
That he would contemplate taking prime Rodgers over prime Mahomes.
Well, let's
I know.
Slow down a little bit there. I guess we have to look at what team is around him. Because Mahomes, the one thing that Andy Reid and their GM, I can't remember his name right now, it's Kansas City, and I hate Kansas City, but what they have done is surrounded them with talent, like serviceable talent. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Like they had, like if you compare like what Rodgers, like who do you think Rodgers' best receiver has been?
I don't know, either Donald Driver or Jordy Nelson.
Yeah, and so now you look at what Mahomes has had. You know, he's gone through Tyreek, who's fast as hell, Kelsey, who's always been steady. But I love that they find people that fit what they want to do, and then Mahomes is able to take advantage of it.
Well, Mahomes is the only one that gets a Hall of Famer.
Fair, but you know it's recency bias. It's what we know right now. Like we're in the midst of an amazing run of like just a dude playing
for Super Bowls and AFC championships.
The most alpha dominated league in the world. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to be here every year.
Yeah.
Get used to this space because it's happening, whether you want it to or not. Like, I can't, like, that's going to be awesome if that gets the Steelers Chiefs in the AFC championship.
How are the Steelers going to jump Baltimore or the Bills?
Well, I mean, Lamar's not going to win a playoff game.
Like, look at the Steelers defense. Okay. It's like to go 9-8 with the anemic offenses you've had. Imagine them rested. Like, imagine them not playing more snaps than the offense.
Yeah. And believe me, I'm one of those guys that actually watches them, so I know that Minka had no business making the Pro Bowl on a year where he played like 5 games. But
that's like I think Aaron Rodgers being able to control the ball and to throw like deep to DK Metcalf when he has to. And listen, Artie Smith, like you could probably see a 4 tight end setup.
Yeah, with Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, and Washington.
And Haywood. You have another Haywood.
Yeah. Well,
Haywood's little brother is the tight end also.
Hey, would you take Devontae Adams over Jordy Nelson?
Yeah,
I would not.
I would. I think. Well, depends what I'm trying to do. Like if I'm trying to hey, dude, Devontae Adams can run a route.
No, I get it.
Not saying Jordy Nelson can't.
I just haven't seen it post Rodgers. You know what I mean?
There, but I also have the top Jordy. God bless him, first down machine, reliable catch. But if I ever want to take the top off, I gotta have Devontae Adams.
I mean, is Donald Driver or Cobb doing that for anybody else?
I mean, it's not like we saw Jordy Nelson do it with anybody else either.
No, but what I'm saying is that the comp, the tie that binds is Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, justifying your new quarterback. I'm fine with it.
Oh, knock it off.
I'll never justify my shitty quarterback, so whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna end up loving that dude.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I will not.
Yeah, well,
I will love Ben Johnson for resurrecting that turd.
Incredible. It doesn't even make any sense. I get the Brett hate and some other stuff. I don't get the Caleb Williams hate.
He's not good.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You can't play in system. If you look at what he did last year, he threw for a shit ton of yards. Not going to take that away from him. But how much of it was on time? How much of it was
I understand, but it's year one. I think you better reserve judgment, man.
But no. So if you're going to tell me that you're this great polished quarterback that's coming out and you deserve to be this number one pick,
yeah,
your third foot better hit and you better rip that sumbitch, and you don't. You scramble around, you make bad reads, you chuck shit up in the air. No. Fuck out of here. No. That ain't. And you watch when he starts to not do it for Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's like, "Hey, dog, we're gonna have to move you on down the road."
Yeah, right.
You don't
going into year 3 after this year of a rookie contract. He's not going into. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret that. This dude's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Do you
think? Yeah.
Do you have? I have more confidence in your guy than I do mine.
Your guy's gonna light it up. You just told me how great he makes other receivers. Think about some of the dudes you got on your squad.
Why do you hate context? Why? I mean,
that's what you just said. You just made the correlation that Aaron made Devontae and Jordy and
the point was because we don't like Rodgers very much, we poo-poo his career. That was the point.
I don't poo-poo his career. I would take that. Listen, if that guy wanted to be a Bear, I would be like, "Yep, say less. Let's do this."
Really, the Bear guy would take the Packer?
Yeah, because I like winning.
You're awful surly today, man. You good? You got a good pump going? It's a holiday tomorrow, man. Or you should be in a better mood.
I'm in a great mood.
Okay, this is Maddie in a great mood.
You just got me out of rhythm trying to get me to take phone calls at 8 o'clock. I got errands to run, man.
I'm trying
to operate a business here.
I wanted more time.
You did not. You never want more time. You're going to kick me off here in a minute anyway, and I'm just going to keep talking.
Wow. I do have a question for you, though. So we were trying to come up with one of our guys in Tennessee on stream said, will anybody currently playing in any of the sports go down as beloved, right? Going back to that beloved thing. And I said the only guy that's really got a chance that I could think of is Steph Curry, right? Where, he's never really misspoke with a mic. He's been a good ambassador. His teammates love him, and he's going to be a top single-digit player in his sport. Is there anybody else that you think in the last 10, 15 years has a chance to be beloved?
We mentioned one, Mahomes.
You think?
Because outside of his wife, shout out to Patrick for buying yourself a couple new toys. But him, because he's never dusting things up. He's never dusting things up in the media.
Yeah.
Or off the court or off the field, sorry.
And he'll let him keep probably massaging his contract too, because they're gonna have to liquidate a little for the next year too.
Correct. Scotty Scheffler.
Somebody said Scheffler.
He's just an aw shucksy. He's got that little foot slip in his swing, and every hacker out there, which my dumbass agreed to a fucking tee time at 6:40 tomorrow morning because I'm a complete moron.
Got that right.
Every foot slip that we all have on the course, just like everybody will say it too. All you hackers out there, you know when your foot slips when you're trying to double butt cheek one that you know you can't hit the ball that far, your foot slips, and you're saying to yourself, just like Scotty, baby, I'm just like Scotty. And that sucker flies off into the woods. That's the only part that's not like Scotty.
Don't you think we're a little premature on Scheffler? You're banking on this continued brilliance?
No.
Okay.
That dude is a machine. He is a machine. And he's the best part about him is he gives zero shit. Like, hey, you did this, that, the third, and you couldn't. He's like, yeah, I did. And you're asking me questions, and I'm the one playing. So have a good one, bud.
So I think Mahomes is interesting.
Not give a shit of what anybody thinks is awesome.
So that's really the only football guy we could come up with, and we didn't come up with it. You did, because I wouldn't have thought Mahomes. But I will listen to it though. That's not a bad one.
I do think anybody that doesn't have a specific rooting interest against Kansas City does kind of default to loving Mahomes.
Like beloved, though. Like that's sacred.
Yeah, like unless you're a Broncos fan or like unless you have a specific reason not to like the Chiefs, I do think people love Mahomes. I think that's fair.
What about Otani? What about Otani? What about Otani, Maddie?
Good. Okay. Here's what helps Otani out. The fact that his interpreter stole from him. So now everybody kind of feels bad for him. But he is a very likable. Oh, for sure. We as fans, we love that story. Oh my God, this guy got screwed, and look at him still compete through it. Hitting nukes, throwing 3 scoreless innings. Like, man, that guy, look at him go. He's very likable. He enjoys the game. Yeah, he could be one. Good job working your Dodgers fandom in there.
No, so let me ask.
Lakers. Okay, so we gotta say then we're going Austin Reeves next.
No, but I do have one for you though, because we got into this with Bruns 3 weeks ago, and we just started rattling off his stats. What about Maddux?
Who?
Your former Cubby, Greg Maddux. How well will he age? Because we went through his stats. It was less than a month ago. He was borderline brilliant.
Well, you can eliminate borderline. The guy threw a 79 pitch complete game.
He did win 4 Cy Youngs in a row.
No,
throwing 86 mile an hour cutters. Like, what do you want the guy to do?
In the steroid era?
Yeah.
No missteps.
You ever heard the Mark Gray story about Maddux?
Talk to me, Cubby.
Oh, right. Yes, I have. Maddux is disgusting.
And Maddux is dealing, right? And I don't know, something happens, and Grace walks over to the mound, and Maddux is kind of standing there grinning, and Grace says he looks down, and you can see that his cuff has kind of moved outward.
Yeah.
And he's like, you really love baseball, don't you? And he had become full chub during the game while he was pitching.
Stop.
Dead serious. Dead serious. But you just love baseball, don't you? And he's like, yep.
No way.
I think Maddux is.
Dude, Grace is I don't believe that one bit. That is so Mark Grace story-esque. It's unbelievable.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but I believe it.
Wow.
I had beers with Mark Grace at Phil Ellis's bachelor party.
Oh, wow. What was his drink of choice?
Yeah. Beer.
Yeah. Strikes me.
Brian McRae's a douche. Mark Grace, cool. Actually, this is where I kind of figured out, because when we sat there and we were talking to him, he's like, "What do you know?" We were full, like we were max density from football. He goes, "What do you guys do?" I'm like, "Well, we play football." He goes, "Where?" We're like, "Nebraska." And he put his hand on Phil's shoulder. He goes, "You play at the University of Nebraska?" We're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "You guys have made me so much money." He goes, I can't even get to tell you how many weeks I've bet on you guys in a row." And I'm like, "Yeah, we've covered 25 weeks or 24 weeks in a row." He goes, "Yeah, you looked at the little server gal?" And he goes, "Yeah, their bill's on me." He goes, we're good. So he bought us beers, and we sat there and we tossed and laughed. And Brian McCray was just being a douche, so we didn't talk to him. He was as advertised.
Weird,
Weird
alienating the brothers. I know how it goes. It's fine.
No. Don't start that shit, because you know how I am. You know, black, white, brown, 8 to 80, crippled or crazy. If you're cool, I will roll with you. If you're a dick, I will tell you.
Oh,
you know that.
You saved your best for last, man. This is you and all your glory. Where are you playing tomorrow?
Indian.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who talked you into 640?
Well, okay. So my guy Pat Diedrich, who is a frickin' Detroit fan, baseball, bitched about Javi Baez. "Oh, he sucks. He bleh." I'm like, "Yeah. How you like my guy Javi now?"
That guy's an all-star somehow.
You seen him play center?
Fudge.
Yeah, you can fudge that all you want.
Hey,
Mago is doing his thing, baby. But anyway, Deeds likes to play at the butt crack of dawn, and then Gordo came in. Oh yeah, by the way, Ty Gordon wants to come on, so some morning there might be me and Ty Gordon.
All right, it's your world. We're just living in it. Apparently, as it's 10:10 right now. Keep going.
Hey, you're the one that asked the question. So Deeds likes to play at the ass crack of dawn, because then he's like, "Oh, you're done for the day and it's not as hot out." I'm like, "Listen, man, we're going to go out to the lake later. Why don't we just sleep in?" Well, Gordo came in and he's like, "Oh, you should play with us, blah, 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 blah." I had a hard time telling Gordo no. So
they got the greatest superintendent is out at Indian Creek. So tell Jim hello. He is like the goat of goats out there. He gets that place ready to roll.
What, are they sponsoring the show? You don't even play golf, you little suck ass.
Wow.
Okay. Trying to get some money out of this deal? What are we doing?
He's just good to me, Maddie. Okay, that's all.
Good to you. How?
Because we partner with them for
Pickle Bank Championship
for the PBC.
Oh,
wow! What a super douche.
I was playing golf with Afro Thunder, Ravi.
That was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
What'd you play at?
We played at Tiburon.
What'd you shoot?
It was a scramble. So as a group, we shot 3 under. Yeah. I did not contribute a ton.
That's not what your post said.
I had like 3 shots that were usable, so that's something.
Wow. Sasha just out there hitting wicked slappers.
Yeah, she probably thought she was on the ice rink.
Shoot, scores! She needed that. She needed that Happy Gilmore putter.
Jewish backswing, just smacking him like she's hitting a clapper from the point.
No, Sasha was actually pretty good.
Freaking Sasha Taves out there.
Yeah, Sasha is awesome.
Sergey Durkin.
That was a good one. By the way, Sasha may have eternally joined my shit list.
Uh-oh.
Because I have tried since you were on the celestial radio, to just do a show, me and Sasha, just talking sports, because she's crazy knowledgeable.
Yeah.
She has pushed me off to the side for however many 100 years this is. Talk you two clowns every Friday and Thursday.
Oh, you're an absolute gem, Maddie. Just
So Sasha's at the top of the shit list.
good glad it ain't me.
You're 1A.
Yeah, okay.
Was there anything that made the whiteboard today, Matt? We couldn't see you.
No, I was nice.
Nah, just leading questions to make me tell Damon that his teams are good.
All right, Maddie Aloysius, Machu Picchu. I will talk to you
Suckers
later.
blowing any shit up tomorrow? What are you doing?
I don't know. Your boy has got a fireworks stand where he's offering me 50% off. He may get me to indulge. One Lance Brown.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. What?
He actually
What
he put Christian to work. So he's like, hey, come see us.
Do you want to go to jail? You know those fireworks are not legal.
Wow. He's got my boy on blast, huh?
What are you? What? Listen, man. I've looked out for you for a long time.
I was like, hey, where are you? I'll come see you. He goes, Council Bluffs. I was like,
So who is right in this scenario?
There's a little more leeway across the river there.
We don't find it odd that this station is not set up in Omaha. Like, we don't think that's a red flag.
oh, good point. Good point.
Christ on a crutch, dude. What are you doing?
Wait. Did you say Christ on a what is Christ on a crutch?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't fully understand that one, but my grandpa used to say a lot. And it sounded, I was like, man, that sounds just cool. I was like, that's just a cool statement.
Yeah, you bring up a good point now that you think of it.
That's a pretty good one, isn't it?
That's a pretty good one.
He's like, Council, yeah, why are you in Council Bluffs?
Yeah, dude.
He's got some of that stuff we're worried about Iran having over there.
You might be 3-finger bending by the time that thing is done. 180 your hand off.
Oh, all right, buddy.
I got the sweetest message from my little angel, Mr. Benny, the other day.
Oh,
We're
she was
Facebook
so
friends,
happy.
by
She
the way.
was so happy, Matt. I that's about as nice as you're gonna get me to be to you when she
We're Facebook friends, me and Mama B, just in case you didn't know. Sucker.
Maddie, she was so happy it made me happy. So
You could probably be happier. You're kind of a curmudgeon at times.
all right, man. You've way overstayed your welcome. Way.
You're the ones that maybe do this on Thursday.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pleasure talking to you today, Matt. I really enjoyed it. So thank you for
You
doing
got
that.
Ravi.
Thank you for being.
Make sure you get Damon as Sarah Moreland so you can get yoked.
How do you know what that
I don't
is?
even know what that is.
TikTok. Man, my TikTok right now is a wild place. Sarah Moreland, I get a lot of those. Evidently, you can grow hair now off of a pill. So my TikTok wants me to have a full head of hair. Which I'm like, hey man, we're 30 years into this, dog. Like, I don't think it's coming back.
Oh.
Everybody's tried Lock Lab. Let me know if that shit works. I'm just gonna mess with everybody. I'm just gonna mess with everybody. Get like 60 and have a full head of hair. I won't make it that far. 56, then I'll have a full head of hair.
Wow. All right, buddy. I'll ask for Jim in the morning. See where he's at. He's got a great beard and a nice, pretty head of hair.
Tell you what, they got out there, because we've done this before. That's why this is even dumber of me. There is a complete rocket that works the clubhouse bar in there.
Wow.
Slack jawed the last time I went in there. I was like, Jesus, why are you here so early?
Incredible. You're one of a kind, Maddie.
That's probably a good thing.
Appreciate
Talk soon, buddy. Be safe.
Appreciate the time as always, Verse.
Wow.
Hey, you fuckers have a good 4th.
Hey, you too. Keep all your fingers.
I'm just
Oh, you cut him off.
Oh, shoot.
Shane had enough.
Oh,
Maddie's gonna be pissed too. I guarantee you, Shane will be getting a text.
Matt, that wasn't me. That was Shane.
Isn't he crazy?
That may have been his best segment ever.
Dude,
That may have been his best
I
segment
don't
ever.
even know why I'm surprised.
He was on one.
Oh, yeah.
That did feel like good mood verse.
Yeah.
It really did.